All right, guys, we'll get some NBA picks and props for Saturday, March 23rd slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, my game actually just ended. I gave out the over 227.5 total points in the Pacers versus Warriors game, and that game did hit the over for us. The Warriors and the Pacers showed up there for us there in that game. So shout out them for cashing that play for us.
Yeah, I've got the Lakers minus 8.5 at home against the Philadelphia 76ers into the third quarter. Tyrese Maxey, Nicholas Batum, Paul Reed, Buddy Hield, and Cameron Payne are up by 1 point against everybody playing healthy for the Lakers. So hopefully the Lakers can do something in the fourth quarter, but if they lose this game, it's embarrassing. So let's go over to the player props. Trey, have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, and I am 0-0 here, and that's where I'm going to stay. I gave out Jason Tatum to go over his points, and they dropped his line out, and he did not play. So, as Bear likes to say, that's the NBA, baby.
Yeah, and I went 1-0 here. I had Tyrese Halliburton over 18.5 points. The line's low because people are fading him because he's in a shooting slump. He's gone back-to-back 20-plus point games, had 22 in the third quarter against the Warriors. I stopped watching after that after he cashed the play. So 1-0 day there. Trey, let's go to the group play. Clean sweep here. The Pelés +3. We had no Brandon Ingram in this game. Was not a problem. Bam also played for the Miami Heat. I think the Pelicans ended up winning by 20-plus points in the game. So we did take that one group sweep on the board there. Let's go to the group play for tomorrow. We're going to be looking at the Kings, who recently lost to the Wizards, going up against the Orlando Magic. Magic minus 3.5 over under 206. That I don't think that's the correct spread, but let me check really quick. It looks
like the spread is the Magic minus 4.5 over under 215.5.
Magic 4.5 over under 215.5. I'm taking the Magic at home minus 4.5. This has been a really good team over the last several games. They've been great on the All-Star break. They are fighting for a top seed in their conference, and this team looks great. The Kings, not so much. Offensively, defensively, they haven't been great. I think they're frauds. Everybody likes the Kings. I think Trey's on the same side here with me. We don't think the Kings are that good of a team. So I'm going to take the better team, the Orlando Magic, minus 4.5 at home to cover the spread. What do you like, Trey?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Magic as well. I agree with everything Bear just said. If you would have told me that the Magic are the better team at the beginning of the season, I would have called you crazy. But the Magic, they started off the season red hot, and a lot of people probably thought, well, they're going to fade away. They did not. They're currently the 4 seed in the Eastern Conference, and they're only 1 game behind the Cavs for the 3 seed, and 2 games behind the Bucks for the 2 seed. So this Magic team, they've been consistent, and a lot of people are still overlooking them. Not me and Bear. I agree with Bear giving the Magic here at home.
Also, we got to point out Domantas Sabonis, 52 straight double-doubles. I don't know. Do you know anybody that's ever had more than that?
I was listening to the radio. He is 1 away from the NBA record.
Really? Owned by who? Do
you
know?
Sure.
Oh, I'm seeing Wilt Chamberlain hold the record for 227 consecutive double-doubles.
And I don't know what I listened to today.
I don't know if anything Wilt did we can say is accurate with the 100-point game. But all right, let's move on. Let's go to our plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm excited to talk about my play today. It is going to be the same trend as I usually have been doing here recently, taking teams that need the win. Give me this Utah Jazz versus Houston Rockets game. And it's going to be an entertaining game to watch, and the Rockets are trying to win every game for the rest of the season. The spread even went up a point, and I'm not scared. Originally it was 9.5, now it's 10.5. Give me the Rockets here minus 10.5 in this game. I believe they're going to win this game by double digits. They're simply red hot at the moment. Some would say the Rockets are on fire. But they are 9-1 over their last 10 games, and they've won 7 games in a row, winning those games by an average score of 122 to 109. So winning by an average of 13 points per game. And I think that they can match that here in this one, because the Jazz, they're simply a shell of themselves right now. They're going to be without Lauri Markkanen and Jordan Clarkson for sure, already ruled out. And John Collins is questionable for this game. And that's not going to help the Jazz put the ball into the bucket. Especially whenever we factor in that they're playing against this Rockets team that play elite basketball at home this year. Houston, they're 24-11 at home, and the Jazz, they are abysmal on the road, 9-26 on the road this year. We're going to see the Rockets win every single quarter in this game and end up winning this game quite easily. Houston, they're only 2.5 games behind the Warriors for the last playing spot, and the Warriors, they play a very tough schedule over the next couple weeks, and the Rockets have layups just like this one over their next few games. So look for the Rockets to try to punch the Jazz here in the face and march to the free throw line, because Houston, they average almost 24 free throw attempts per game, and this young Jazz team loves to foul. We're going to see the Rockets go into full demon mode and dominate here in this game. Give me the Houston Rockets minus 10.5 versus the Jazz.
Yeah, Trey, I like it there. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at maybe the two worst teams in basketball right now going head-to-head. The Raptors going up against the Wizards. The Raptors are still dealing with a laundry list of players who are inactive or injured in this game. They have dropped 9 consecutive games, and they have been losing by double-digit points in all of these games over the span without Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett on the floor. The Wizards, as a 12-win team, are laying 6 points at home, so I have to take the Wizards in this game to cover the spread. There's no reason. Even if the Raptors don't have anybody playing and they have to have some players come off the bench, there is no reason for the Wizards to be a favorite at any point in the season. The only thing that I can think of is maybe Emmanuel Quickley is also going to be out in this game, which would mean the Raptors would have 5 new players on the floor that did not start the season. But the Wizards, I have very little to say about them, and I also have a lot to say about them at the same time. You guys know where I stand with the defensive effort, but they're coming off a win against the Kings, where they only allowed 102 points. The Raptors have been much worse over this stretch of games than the Wizards have been all season long. Crazy to say this, Trey, but I'm taking the better team right now, the Wizards, -6 on their home floor to win this game and cover the spread. All right, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
I love it. The Wizards are the better team, so I have to agree with that. I'm going over to our group play now, and I took the Magic in the group play, and I'm taking their star player. Give me Paolo Banchero to go over 21.5 points versus the Kings. I really love this over for Paolo in this game. We are going to see him dominate in this one, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is this matchup versus the Kings, and Paolo, he loves playing against Sacramento. Over his last 3 games versus the Kings, he's averaging a massive 31 points per game. And I honestly expect him to get close to that number here in this one because I enjoy us getting such a low number that he could smash in honestly 3 quarters of play because he's coming in this game with a little bit of a slump. He's only averaging 20 points per game over his last 5. But with this being a home game against a team that loves to push the pace and not really show up on the defensive end, I think we're going to see Paolo show up here in this one. And his only game versus the Kings this season, Paolo, he scored 43 points, and we're getting half that here in this game. Sign me up for that. Give me Paolo Banchero over 21.5 points versus the Kings.
Yeah, Trey, I like it there for you. For my player prop today, I'm going to be looking at Brandon Miller of the Hornets to go over 19.5 points going up against the Hawks. I talk about the Wizards a lot on the defensive side of the ball, but the Hawks are now the second worst defensive team in the NBA. They have gone from bad to worse, and there have been a lot of injuries this season in basketball, but the injury of Trae Young has been horrible for the Atlanta Hawks. They can barely stay competitive without him on the floor. This should be a competitive game, though, because both teams are coming in with their own injuries. I do expect Atlanta to get the best of the Hornets because they are playing with only 2 players, basically. One of those players is Miles Bridges. The other is Brandon Miller, and they do most of the scoring now for the Hornets with all the injuries they have. Miller's coming off a 21-point game against the Magic, and in the games that he plays full rotation minutes, we see him shoot between 16 and 20 times per game. On the season, he's averaging 16.7 points per game. He's not very effective from the field. He's only shooting 43%, but he does make up for it a little bit with 37% shooting from deep. I'm going with Brandon Miller because we have shot volume against a team who is second worst on the defensive side of the ball in the NBA. He shot 20-plus times in the last game. I'm hoping for the same outcome in this game. Give me Brandon Miller over 19.5 points as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went with the Rockets and went up a point, minus 10.5 versus the Jazz. I still expect them to easily cover that spread. Talking about the Jazz here, they're not going to be able to score the ball against this Rockets defense. Also going with Paolo Banchero over 21.5 points versus the Kings. This is a low number. Just pull out your hammer and smash it.
Yeah, I'm going with the Wizards here. A -6 at home against the Raptors. I don't know if any Raptors going to be Raptors stars going to be playing, so we'll take the Wizards. Give them a chance here, -6, and then Brandon Miller over 19.5 points. He's been shooting a ton over the last couple games. Him and Bridges, only players on the floor that shoot the ball anyway. So I'm going to take a chance on him over 19.5 points against the Hawks. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA plays and props for Saturday, March 23rd slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,